Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're listening to the podcast Capturing Magic. I'm Bill Rogers, the voice of Disney. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everyone, welcome to Capturing Magic. I am Steph from capturingmagic.me, and I'm here today with Tanya Hickman, who can be found at everymagicmoment.com. Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
And I am here with Heather Winfield, who can be found at heatherw.com/character.
Hi.
You guys kind of sound a lot alike. Like, it sounded like Heather just said hi for Tanya, I swear.
We're like merging into one person.
My voice gets high when, like, because I don't have a very high voice. So when I say hi, I'm like, hi. Like, so it's totally different.
So funny. Okay. Today we are talking about tips for character selfies.
Yes.
And you guys are kind of the queens of character selfies, I think.
Heather's gotten a lot better at it.
Yeah. My number one tip is to have Tanya. Yeah, have Tanya do it. That's my number one.
Tanya. Okay, Tanya is the queen of character selfies because you get a lot of really good ones, Tanya. And they're not always easy to get.
No, that I've gotten really lucky on some of them. Like, it's gotten to the point now where the characters know what to do now. Like at first they were kind of like, oh yeah, okay, this is a thing, so we'll take the photo with you. But now so many people do it that they know exactly where to position themselves for a good photo.
That's good.
And they really like them. I mean,
yeah, they really
really
excited.
them.
They love it. I have yet to meet a character that was like, ugh. They all really like it.
And the fun thing is you can play around with them because, like, depending if you're doing like a princess or if it's like the villain from a like, you'd be like, oh, this is a magic mirror. And like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If they talk, they will make some funny comment about it. It's funny. Be like, what is this device?
Yeah, they are funny about that. And magic mirror is what a lot of them will call it.
Mm-hmm.
The magic mirror. Okay, so tell us some of your tips.
Okay. This is my routine. Let's start with my routine. So I go up and I take my normal photos, and then my phone is always in my pocket. Like, you always make sure you have your phone on you. Obviously, you don't want to be that person that has to run back, Heather, to the bag and grab the phone, and like my phone is always on me. Like, if it's in my back pocket or if it's in my sweater pocket, whatever, it's always in my hand. And I just ask. I always ask. I never assume that they're going to want to take a selfie, because who wants that? So I always ask. I always ask if I can get a selfie, and they're always super excited to do it. And then I never do landscape mode. I never do landscape. I always do it in portrait mode. I guess I'm trying to think if I do. Yeah, no, I never do it in landscape. Unless it's me and Heather in the photo, because I've done that before too, where it's both of us in the selfie and the character, and then I kind of have to do it that way. Yeah, okay, whatever. Do it whatever you want, people.
I think I'm trying to think.
I usually do a portrait because it's just me, and it fits, and it's fine. But if it's more than one character, then sometimes I have to do landscape.
Yeah, I think I always do it landscape, I think, because it's easier for me to...
Yeah, it depends on how easy it is to too. I mean, like, Heather has smaller hands than I do, so...
Yeah, see, this is why I don't do good with the selfies. Like, my arm's not long enough, so it's harder for me. I mean, I've gotten better over the years, I guess, from watching Tanya, but I don't know, I still am not that great at it. I don't know. I'm doing it right now, trying to like...
I can still picture you doing that right now. It also depends on how close the character is willing to get to you too, because sometimes they're just like, oh, like a normal photo, and I'm like, no, you need to get closer to me.
Sometimes they're funny, and it's
like... Sometimes they're not willing to like get like super all up in your face, and so I have to be closer, and I'm like, hey. But some of the I've noticed that with like Mickey, and I think Winnie the Pooh did it too. Like, they know to get behind you and like peek over your shoulder. So they've kind of perfected it too, where they like, I've had them where I go to stand next to them and they push me in front of them.
Oh, really? That's good.
They'll grab my shoulders and move me, and then like peek over my shoulder. So it's like it's an even tighter shot. So a lot of them know what to do.
That's good.
And to make it fit. So yeah, I always ask, and then I'll take at least one photo, and every now and then like I'll just keep taking photos, and they'll keep doing little different things next to me, and just have fun with it, laugh. They like it.
Have you ever had them take your phone?
I haven't. Heather has, right?
Yeah, I have. I had one time too for a character meal, and I had my phone on the table and ready in selfie mode. Like, I think that's a good tip too, is to make sure you have it on the front facing cameras. You don't have to do it and then click on that, and it's like the quicker the better. But I had that ready, and it was they used to have a Star Wars character meal, so it was Mickey, and he saw it and he started like looking over it and trying to press the buttons to take this out because it was really cute. So like he was really into it. I had like, really cute pictures of him doing that, and then the actual selfie picture of him like looking right on top of the the camera. It was really cute.
I also really Heather always does it for me, and I usually do it for her if she does it. But since sometimes a photopass photographer will do it, but we do behind the scenes selfies. So a picture, like I'll take a picture of Heather taking a selfie with the character.
Cute.
And we'd love having those photos.
Like, I like that better generally.
Yeah.
Than the selfie.
Yeah.
But they always look like, and I also notice almost every time when I'm like, oh, can I take the selfie? The photographer, or sometimes even someone who has my camera, like they get all excited, like, ooh, and they take pictures of that. So.
And I like when the photopass photographer thinks that we're done taking the photo, and they're like already like about to scan our card, and then we're like, okay, take a selfie, and they like grab their camera real quick, like scramble to start taking photos again.
That's
like
awesome.
I like when they take the behind the scenes ones, because those ones always turn out really good. But I've gotten some kind of hard ones. I got a selfie with Hades that I am like amazed that actually turned out.
You did,
because he's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah,
yeah, that's amazing. Because like I even have trouble with Goofy because like, he's always tall. Mm-hmm. So I guess because I do it landscape, so but it's easier for me. But yeah, I always have problems with that. And then she got Hades. That was amazing.
Yeah, I have no idea. And that was what year was that Halloween party?
That was 2013.
So that was
early.
Yeah, that was a while ago. And he got behind me, put his hands on my shoulders, and kind of, I don't know if he bent down a little bit or if I just managed to get the right angle, because I am not a down angle person. Like, I do not shoot up. Like, my chin does not allow that. So I couldn't, like, it was either like I'm just gonna have to wing it because I am not shooting a down angle or up angle. And so I don't know, it just turned out, and like I posted that picture and everybody was like, how in the world? Like, I'm like, I don't know, it just worked. But yeah, I have trouble getting one with Goofy, so I don't know how that one worked.
That's interesting. Yeah, I remember thinking the same thing. It worked out really great.
But yeah,
I'd go through your Instagram and find it.
Yeah. Oh, good luck. That's like 4,000 pictures ago.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. This probably isn't gonna work.
Yeah, I try to remember to do it with each character, but it depends on how the interaction's going, because sometimes sometimes I feel rushed and then I forget.
Yes.
And so if I forget, like this last trip, I didn't take that many, and literally when I the last day of the trip or right when I got home, I was like, I didn't take any selfies. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I just completely forgot. Sometimes I just forget.
Cute.
Yeah, I never have
such cute pictures.
She does. I'm looking through like her hashtag, not her hashtag, but a hashtag for the character selfies, and like half of them are Tanya.
Hashtag character selfie and hashtag character selfies. I always tag those.
See, for some reason, like mine comes up. Like my arm is almost always in it, even when I'm trying to. Like I always have to get on their right side because I take it with my right hand.
Do too.
Yeah, so like. And sometimes I'll just be like, wait, I got to get on this side.
Yeah, because you want your arm that you use to take it to be on the
outer
outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, for some reason, sometimes my arm is in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I got longer arms.
That reminds me. I see that because I'm looking through the thing. It's making me think. I had when I met Tarzan and Jane and Turk at the Halloween party a couple years ago, and I did that, and like Tarzan was so into it. He's like, "Ooh, let me do it!" So he just kept pressing the thing. So I had like 50 pictures or something of that.
Yeah, they get really into it sometimes. It's fun.
Yeah,
I
I'm
always
finding it.
take, several pictures because I I don't know, I still sometimes don't know where I'm looking for it to not look
Oh,
like,
that's a
what I
tip.
mean?
That is a tip, people. Look at the right camera. Don't look at the screen. Like,
Don't look at
you're
yourself
there.
on the
Don't look-
screen.
Yeah, don't look at yourself on the screen. You're gonna regret that because you're gonna
Yeah.
be like, "What am I looking at?"
Yeah.
That's why I take it and I'm like, I look at the screen and then I look at the camera and then I don't know where, but I always generally take like 3 pictures at least.
Yeah, I look at the screen until I'm about to press the button, and then I look
Yeah.
at the lens. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is like one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yes, let's tell people where the lens is.
It is right on the front of your camera. You're using that front camera lens, so just stare at the top. Like I have my iPhone has 3 holes. I will stare at any of those, and they'll work.
Yes, exactly. Any one of those on the
Any one of
top.
those will work.
Yeah, on the top. Any 3 of those, like the line or either of the dots, will work.
Yeah, any of those
Just
will
don't
work.
look at yourself on the screen. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I was also going to mention that you can use the volume button to take a photo on. That doesn't work for you?
It never. I mean, I do it on accident sometimes with the placement of like the buttons on the newer iPhones. Like I accidentally do that a lot, but those always turn out blurry for me.
Oh.
Like I don't know if it's because my case and I have to press harder.
Yeah.
Like
It could be.
always turns out blurry for me.
They sometimes turn out blurry for me, but
So I try not to do that. But my phone is comfortable enough in my hand that I have no problem hitting the. It's actually, I think it's easier for me to hit the regular button on the new 7 Plus than it is for me to hit the volume button.
I was going to ask you that. How's it going with the 7 Plus and selfies? Is it harder?
I haven't done it yet.
You haven't done it with characters.
No, I haven't done it with characters yet. So we'll see. I was just telling Heather last night that I've never in my life broken a phone. I dropped them. Don't get me wrong. I dropped them, but I've never in my life, any phone I've ever had, I've never like busted the screen or like done anything to it. And this phone, getting used to the size of this phone now, because I didn't have a 6 Plus, I had the normal 6, and now having the bigger phone, I've dropped it at least once a day, and I just shattered my screen protector last night. The screen protector. It's just the protector, thank goodness. But I was just like, oh my God, I've never done that before. Like ever. So that's going to take some getting used to.
Hey, there you go. Who just sent us those pictures?
I did.
You did? You found them?
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go.
No, it's me. It's Heather.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Heather.
Yeah. Oh yeah, see, we'll post these photos for you guys. We're looking at photos. But he is leaning down.
Yeah, so it's the pictures of Hades, and so Heather sent us a picture, and we can add it to the post. But there's a picture of Tanya taking the selfie as well, so you can see kind of the angle and everything.
I think that was the first time that I had like really taken a bunch of selfies, and for every single one of those photos, I have a behind the scenes selfie. For every
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love those ones.
They're super cute. The photos. You're so cute.
That's why I started doing them, because hers were so cute. But mine aren't as cute.
That very first Bert one that you took.
Oh, that's so bad. And it was the only time I had, because I was in the park by myself at that point, and he was just, roaming around Disneyland, as they do at Disneyland. And that was the only way I was able to get a picture, and it was like so bad. But I had to post it because it was like my only picture with him. But thankfully, since then, I've gotten a picture with him.
I had to school her a little bit.
Yeah.
The selfie, because she was taking it from down, like the up angle. And it was not
yeah. It wasn't good.
And did you two-hand the camera in front of you?
No, I don't know. When I first started, because that's why when I do them now, that's why like I'm glad you don't have a camera on me now, because I just keep doing this. But like when I do the selfie, like I have a much easier time holding the camera like steady when I do it landscape than when I do it portrait. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but maybe it's better.
She sent me that photo and she's like, "This just happened." It's really practice funny. For sure. It's definitely practice.
And I need practice too. I think you're the one of the lucky few that's perfected the art of the character selfie.
Well, you know, it's funny, like my family, back before like cell phones had cameras and front-facing cameras, like I was the person that without a doubt could take the perfect picture with like a normal point and shoot camera pointed at me.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I can never do that.
Really?
Every time. Like I didn't even have to like fix it up in the air or anything. I could just be like, bam. And like every time it was perfect.
That's super impressive, Tanya.
Family used to be like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
It's a practice.
Because I remember trying to do that during a race once, and because I just because my phone is always away, so I have just a camera, and I was trying to take it with the castle behind me, and like the only thing in the picture is the castle.
I haven't done it with a normal phone, a normal camera in a long time. I don't know if I'd still be able to do it, but yeah, I was really good at it for a while there.
So when I take a picture with the character, I usually don't have my phone on me because I don't like it bulking up my pockets or whatever, and I don't usually have like a back pocket. So that's why I always have to be like, oh, hold on, and then I have to run.
Well, I always have it in my hand, and I always put it in my left hand to hide behind the character. Like when I put my arm around the character, it's always hiding behind the character usually. But don't get me wrong, we do have quite a few photos where it's in like my front pocket, and I'm just like, oh my god, that looks so ugly. But now I just keep it in my hand and I put it behind the character when I take a photo.
That works.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other
good tips for us.
Good tips. I don't think so. I mean, usually, I like the character interaction is usually the best part, and that's just kind of happens organically. So, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You get your selfie either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You said that you always ask a character.
I do. I always ask because then if they're just like, oh yeah, like they kind of go into a thing, or you get the fun little head nods and a little jump from the character, and like then they get excited if you ask them, I think.
Okay.
But if you just like go into it, they're like, what's happening? Like you don't know if they actually like can see you. Like,
right. And so they might not know what's going on.
They might not know what's going on. So
okay.
I always ask. And then that also, the process of asking is like an extra second or two where the photo pass photographer can get ready to take another photo.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, have you ever had anyone tell you no? I mean,
no.
Yeah. So that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it more so that they know what's going on. They understand.
So they know what's going on. Because
that's
nothing
really smart thinking.
Nobody likes to have a photo of them taken when you're not prepared to take the photo. Like nobody wants that. Even Winnie the Pooh doesn't want that.
It's funny.
So yeah, just to prepare them. They know it's coming.
Perfect.
I've had some real. Oh my gosh, this Heather and I both went to the Cigna Run Together event the last time we were there.
Yeah.
Like at the Grand Californian, and they had Mickey and Minnie meeting, and I wanted to take a selfie with both of them, and so I did. I took a selfie with both of them, and then I went to go walk away, and they pulled me back to take another selfie of them both kissing me on the cheek.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, like thank you. This is amazing.
Yeah. It was adorable. I was mad that I didn't take a selfie with them because I'm like, that's so cute.
Like I was perfectly fine with my normal selfie, and I went to go walk away, and they pulled me back.
So you took the selfie of them kissing you on the cheek? Is that what?
Yeah.
Am I understanding correctly?
Yeah. Like I was in selfie mode, and I was holding the camera, and they are both kissing me on either cheek.
Cute.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're really good at this. I need to come and watch you in action so I can learn some stuff. I feel like maybe your next trip you could have Heather video.
Yeah.
So that you can post those and share them, and we can all watch and learn. It's the angle. It's just all about the angle. I mean, I'm the queen of like trying to get flattering angles because it is what it is. So it's just getting the right angle. I'm not good at that. Yeah, anybody could look flattering at a good angle. Because selfies can be hard. I mean, if you get the wrong angle, then you got 3 chins and you don't know what's going on. Trust me, I know this to be true. To be very true, yeah. You've got some cute stuff. So it's super cute. Yeah, so if you want to see a lot of Tanya's selfies, be sure to look at or follow her, check out her Instagram, Tanya H666.
Yes.
Do you guys have matching Alex and Ani bracelets?
Of course.
Like, are
That's
all
how
of them the same, or just some of them?
No. We have some doubles, right?
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
We have some of the
several.
same ones. We have the matching. We have the best friends heart one.
That was
Okay, cute.
my first one because
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get into this whole Alex and Annie thing. I knew it would be dangerous for me, but she got that for me for my birthday a couple years ago, and
It's a
then
slippery slope.
yeah,
I know.
But yeah, we have some of this. We have some of the same ones.
Cute. Because there's a picture of you on Instagram holding your
Oh, yeah,
bracelets
our
up in
bracelets.
the air. Yeah. So cute. Yeah. Super cute stuff. I'm having fun going through your feed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at them now, at like some of my selfies now, and like they're not all perfect, but they're good enough, you know. Sometimes I cut off, like I'm trying to see, like Pluto's another hard one, obviously, to get his whole snout in the photo. Like, but do you see on a lot of these, I have I'm at an angle.
Yes.
I do that a lot too, depending on how, like, especially with like Goofy or Pluto, and I'm seeing like Horace and Clarabelle. Depending on the size of the character's head, I will tilt at like a 45-degree angle to get more of them in the shot.
That's a great idea. And are you iPhone only these days?
No, well, for these obviously, but no, I use my camera.
Okay. For your
use my big-
do you only post iPhone photos on Instagram?
No, it is both.
Okay.
It is a mixture of both.
Okay.
Most of the time, photos I take on my phone will get posted while I'm in the parks, and then all my after photos are usually camera photos, like when I get home and I sort through them and do all that stuff. So if I'm posting from the parks, it's more than likely iPhone photo.
Okay. You've got some really beautiful photos here. That's why I'm...
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, most of them are probably camera photos, unless it's a selfie, or you can kind of tell the difference, I think.
Okay.
All my home ones, though, like all my ones from like that aren't Disney, like those are all phone photos
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, good job. You've got some great... Like your parade photos, those are not phone photos.
No. Those are all camera photos for sure.
SLR, what kind of camera do you have?
Sony NEX5R. R? Yeah. Is that what it is, Heather?
yeah, I had a 5T.
Okay, you got a new one, right?
Yeah,
A new one. Mine's the 5R.
And is that an SLR, or is it a 4 and 3 or a 4?
It's
or
a
quarter,
mirror.
3/4
It's a
mirrorless.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I love
beautiful
that.
photos.
I love that camera because it does everything an SLR does without the weight, for the most part.
And
Yeah, like I have a zoom lens for it, and it's like bigger than the camera.
that's what I've
the camera's
heard. I've
small.
heard they're super small and light. But you've had a mirrorless camera for a really long time, haven't you, Heather?
Well, I got mine after Tanya got
Oh, you
hers.
did?
So yeah, because I used to have before this. It was a point and shoot, but it was as close as a point and shoot could get to like an SLR. So, but it was starting to just keep getting bulkier and bulkier, and I was like, what's the point of this? And I loved Tanya's, camera, so that's why I got the same one she got. I don't know if it was like a year later or maybe less than that, but so I've had this one for like 3 years now, so I really like it. But I also I've been having trouble with mine. Actually, when I was in the park July 4th, and it just stopped working, and I was
She manages to overheat her phone.
Yeah,
her camera.
I take a lot of pictures.
Wow.
It's crazy.
But yeah, she doesn't have the same thing. Like when I'm watching
Yeah.
a parade and I'm taking pictures, like mine feels really hot and hers doesn't. So I don't know if something is wrong with mine or whatever. But like I was in a real panic that trip because I had no because normally I'll have my small camera with me also that I use during the races, but that wasn't a race weekend, so I didn't even have that with me. And I was like, oh my goodness. And
It would have been an emergency trip to Best Buy, is what
yeah,
it would.
I looked up Best Buy. I was looking up Best Buy on my phone, and it was I had but I actually had a friend who loaned me their camera because it was the same kind that I used to have.
Mm-hmm.
So he brought it to the park. It was Cliff and Kelly. I don't know if they listen, but they're
yeah.
like the best people on earth. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, so he brought me the camera, and thankfully then mine started working, but I had that with me as like the backup. And but then this trip I had that camera, and then I brought with me I got in DSLR a couple months ago, and I really I want to use it, but I don't want to use it because it's big. Like this camera is really small, so I'm able to fit it in my park bag. So that's that's why I don't really want to switch over to that and have I have all the different lenses, and I carried around the 2 cameras for the Halloween party, and just for the couple of hours it was like I don't know how people
they're really heavy after a while.
Yeah, so
I look back on like when we went to Disney World, and I carried that camera around with me the whole time we were at Disney World, and I'm like, how in the world did I do that?
Yeah.
I used to carry my
hot,
whole backpack. A whole backpack with lenses and.
Yeah, that's the reason why I just when I went to the Halloween party, it was nice because it wasn't hot out that time, and it was 0 chance of rain, so I was just able to hold it out separately. But yeah, if it was a normal Florida trip, I mean, that would have been impossible because you'd have to have something to put it away, and be hot. So you're carrying around more.
I am the worst when it comes to, and I'm the same way here at Disneyland. Like if I get too hot, I stop taking photos. Yeah. Like I just don't want to deal with my camera. I don't want to deal with anything. I'm just grumpy and I'm hot and I'm sweaty and I'm just like, you take the photos, Heather. Because I just don't want to deal with it. And then I get home and I'm sad because I only have 50 photos one day. Yes. And I'm like, man.
So these nighttime photos, Tanya, that I'm looking at on Instagram, the parade photos.
The parade photos are from, those are from my normal Sony camera. Okay.
And what kind of a lens do you have on it for these?
It is the lens it came with.
Awesome.
Well, don't know. I 18 to something.
Yeah, 18 to, is that 1855 or 70?
75? I don't know, something. Yeah. It's the lens that came with it.
Okay, I'm going to find out. But tell me the model of your camera again, and I'll add that to the show notes.
Sony NEX5R.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't make it anymore. There are several. No, because like I said, when I was having issues, so I was trying to look it up, and so they have it like a next version, or maybe 2 versions after, but I've read some of the reviews, and I think ours are better than the newer ones.
Well, my big SLR is the Sony Alpha, and it's the size of it, it's so bad, but I love that camera. I love Sony cameras. I've never had anything but a Sony camera, and I love that camera, but the new Sony Alphas are the size of the NEX cameras. Their new full SLR line is the size of my small one. So when I eventually have to get a new camera, I'll definitely be getting one of those.
Yeah, I have a really hard time wanting to go back to anything but just my phone.
Yeah,
because I've got the QX100 and that works great in low light and everything. But
I'm trying to think if I've ever tried to use the QX on parades though.
I have.
I don't think I have.
But I don't know that my photos turned out as good as yours. I will.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because the parade's moving, so the nighttime photos can be a little difficult with that camera because of the low light.
Yes.
No moving subjects.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I had to use like the DSLR with a prime lens to get pictures from the Buddha U. Like that would have been impossible with a phone.
Yeah. It's like you can get the nighttime photos with the phone. They just don't quite turn out as well. They're a little grainy.
Right. Yeah, they are for sure. They're a lot grainy, actually.
I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Let's be real.
But again, I'll take a grainy photo over no photo. So
I totally agree. But I mean, it's been interesting to hear you talk about this because I'm hearing more and more people buying mirrorless cameras that have just been iPhone only for a long time, and I don't think that you guys have ever been iPhone only, either one of you.
No.
I have gone to it depends. I have gone to the park without a camera before, but only if I'm going to be there like during the day, and I know I'm not going to be like meeting any characters, and I'm not going to be doing anything fun. Like, if
You
I'm going
never
to just,
know.
well, if I'm just going to like the last time I was there, like Heather couldn't get in that Saturday, and she wanted to relax and rest her legs for the race, so I went and I went to the Carthay Circle, or Carthay Lounge, yeah, with some friends, and I knew we were going to be in there the whole time, just like drinking and eating food. So I didn't bother taking my camera.
Yeah.
See, like my luck, I go without my camera, and that's when like the rarest character ever would be out, and so that's why like I always have to have my like even when I do the race, I don't just do it with my phone. I have to have a camera with me, so I can never just be phone only.
But now that I think about it, I didn't take. Yeah, okay. I don't know if people that listen to the show heard my debacle with the Tower of Terror photos.
Oh yeah.
How PhotoPass lost those photos. I didn't have my camera with me that day, and I didn't give them my iPhone to take the photos. I just trusted PhotoPass, unfortunately.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, I'm not going to bash PhotoPass because they're amazing, but that was a time that I didn't have my camera with me. That I kind of wish I did.
Right.
Or at least given him my iPhone. I don't know why I didn't give him my phone. Like, whatever. Like, you live and you learn. Like.
Right. It looks like the next style on this one is the NEX 7, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So the 5s are gone completely.
I'm trying to read.
Yeah, it's a really good camera. I haven't had any issues with it. I love the pictures it takes. It's super light. I carry around like a small sports bag with me in the parks, and it fits in there fine, along with like a jacket. Like I could fit everything. That camera is perfect. The only issue I have had with that camera, and this happened the first day of the expo, of the D23 expo last time, is that because I put it in my bag, like not in a case or anything, it just like I set it in my bag. And Steph, this happened to me the very first time that we met and we went on that photo walk. My camera had turned on in my bag, so the battery died.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
vaguely.
I had just gotten that camera.
Yes.
I had just gotten it. That was the first time I was going to use it, and the battery was dead. But that happened to me the first day of the expo too.
Dang it! Yeah, that's frustrating for sure. I'm so
now I just have to pay attention to whether because the on thing could get flipped on very easily on it.
I say too, not every time, but a lot of times when I hand over my camera to, a character attendant or whatever to take, like they always say, "Oh, I love this camera." Like it's really, they really like it.
They like it, and because it has the. I'm always like, if you just hold down the button, it'll keep taking photos, and they're like, "Oh, okay." Like, yeah, they really like it when they use it.
And does it have ad hoc Wi-Fi in it so you can connect it to your phone and transfer photos?
It does.
Yeah.
I still use my iFi card. But if I have like a problem with it, like I'll use the Wi-Fi. I just like the iFi card because I can select it, like, and then transfer it later. Well, with the Wi-Fi, you do it, in real time.
Mm-hmm. Does it automatically transfer in real time? You can't select.
Yeah, you can select them, but
it's not
like you can say transfer this over later. It's like when you're doing it now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because like if I'm photographing a parade and I happen to see like there's a really good picture, like I can select it right then to transfer it later when I'm all done. Or like when I was on the cruise, I went through and I would select the pictures, you protect them, that's what it is. And then after the cruise, I went through and I transferred them all, and it took a half hour. That's how many pictures I transferred.
Yeah, I use the Wi-Fi that's built into the camera, and I mean I don't do it very often in the parks unless I know like I'll look through photos every now and then if we're sitting down to eat or something, and if I come across one that I'm just like, oh, I need to post that now, then I'll transfer it. But
okay, that's good.
It's really easy.
Yeah, it's been fun to talk about this and learn about these cameras. I don't know that much about them.
It uses the same app that the QX uses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it uses the Play Memories mobile or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's tempting. I might have to rent one for my next trip and see how I like it.
Oh, I guarantee that you'll love it. Like seriously, it weighs like a pound, if that.
Then I got my printer and my, by the time all that stuff in there. My Mary Poppins. I mean, you guys remember how I was
Yeah, you're
that
crazy.
one
I don't
trip.
know.
I don't normally run around Disneyland with that heavy of a bag, but I seriously wanted to die with that bag. It was so heavy.
Just crawl into it and go.
Yeah, it was so, and I don't even remember everything that I had in there, but it was a lot of stuff, and it was
You had
heavy.
extra tulle for your skirts. You had.
I did. I did. I had extra ribbon in case, which we did have wardrobe malfunctions and we needed it, so it worked out well. And then my printer, I had my SLR in there too. That's probably what was so stinking heavy, was my SLR and all of my lenses. Yikes!
That combined with that printer and the lenses. Oh my gosh,
that's what it was.
That's a 20-pound bag.
It was. It was heavy, and then hauling it around Disneyland all night, because if I didn't want to get a locker, because I might have needed something, you know.
Yeah, and especially at the Halloween party, because you're nonstop at the Halloween party.
Yes.
Like, there's no taking a break.
I did sit down, and Heather looked at me like I was nutso. Yeah.
There is no stopping during a party when I'm there.
I know. I know. Okay, let's remind our listeners where they can find you guys. Tanya.
You can find me at everymagicmoment.com and at Tanya H666 on all social media.
And Heather?
I'm my character site is heatherw.com/character, and on Twitter and Instagram I'm heatherw25, and on Facebook my character site is I Love Characters.
Perfect. You can find Capturing Magic on social media at capturingmagic_. And Heather's been doing some posting for us over there, which I so appreciate. So there's more for you to actually look at if you go and follow us on social media. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
We'll see you next time on Capturing Magic.